Welcome back to From the Source. On July 18, 1945, three of the most powerful leaders in the world, Winston Churchill, Harry Truman, and Joseph Stalin, gathered in a small suburb of Berlin called Potsdam. Their mission: to decide the fate of the world after the most devastating conflict in human history, World War II. Japan was still fighting in the Pacific. Millions were displaced. And tensions were quietly rising between the Allies themselves. The war in Europe was over. Nazi Germany had surrendered just 2 months earlier. The world was far from peaceful. But something had changed. President Franklin D. Roosevelt was dead, and Vice President Harry Truman had taken his place. Churchill would actually be voted out of office mid-conference. That same day, Truman received a message. The United States had successfully tested the atomic bomb. The balance of power had just shifted. No one at that table truly understood what that would mean. Stalin, meanwhile, was growing increasingly suspicious of the West. Soviet spies had infiltrated the Manhattan Project. The Potsdam Conference marked the first time these leaders had all met face-to-face since the war's end. July 18, 1945, wasn't just the beginning of post-war planning, it was the quiet beginning of the next great global standoff. The Allies debated how to handle Germany, demilitarization, denazification, and what to do with its industrial power. They decided to divide the country into 4 zones of occupation. Berlin would be split the same way, setting the stage for the Cold War that would follow. On July 18th, discussions turned serious. But behind the scenes, something even more secret was unfolding. Truman kept the details vague, but mentioned to Stalin that the U.S. had a new weapon of unusual destructive force. Stalin already knew. Conference continued into August, but the seeds planted on July 18th shaped the second half of the 20th century. The Cold War, the division of Europe, the arms race of it can be traced back to Potsdam. So, while the world thought peace was on the horizon, history tells a different story. Thanks for watching From the Source. Like, subscribe, and come back tomorrow for another true moment that changed everything.